What's up, guys? This is Astranox. I am back with the news. We're currently in Turkey, Istanbul, having a blast, but I'll be back to my regular schedule real soon. So here we have some hero balance adjustment, and I'm gonna be showcasing these heroes again. World Arena is ending. Get to Master or higher if you want the mid-glowy skin. And also, you can just get in there, lose 10 battles, it doesn't matter, just get some free conquest point. Who doesn't like some free stuff? We got the Epic 7 World Championship preliminaries, so there's going to be a separate ranking system for the players that are pushing, they're going to be ranked up and all that, and that's cool. And there's also a global ban system getting introduced in the game, and that is for heroes that are going to be released with their artifact during the World Championship. So it's not going to affect, arena and practice battles and stuff like that. A best of 3 accumulated ban system. So yeah, there it is. And from what I hear from the live stream, Masha was saying that it's not going to be like Ravi and Sigurd's side. This is just like an example, right? So just keep that in mind. And I'm really excited about the heroes getting buffed up, and especially there's one of them I've been using for so long, guys. It's a Deserjo Basar. He's finally getting even more love because he got buffed in the past, but now he's bringing a brand new mechanic in the game, guys. We got my boy Haste. Got buffed before, he's better now, and you don't have to worry about fighting Earth teams. Very cool. I mean, I'll be breaking down these heroes buff balance adjustment in a second. Here we got 3 artifacts as well, getting some love. So here we go. Let's begin with the Deserjo Basar. His passive, guys, it's not there. It's part of the skill number 1 now. The skill 1 actually heals the team. The healing was decreased. The soul burn for 20 souls increased the amount recovered, because the skill 2 is actually a usable skill. It's not a passive. And the new mechanic that they are introducing is barrier inversion. If the enemy has barrier, it will instead, deal damage to them. Very cool. Has a decreased hit chance debuff for 2 turns against their team. And you also get an extra turn when the target has barrier, which is insane, guys. It's not affected by effect resistance. And even if you miss your attack, they have their evasion-based heroes. It doesn't matter. Barrier inversion will be happening. Very cool. Very cool. So I definitely like that. The skill number 3. The immunity is going to last 2 turns instead of 3. You're getting 2 souls instead of 3. And also the cooldown was reduced. So it's all good. And I feel like he's definitely going to be way more impactful now. And there's a lot of heroes, putting barrier on your team, on their team. So that's going to be a very powerful hero to bring along. Haste, skill number 1. You can steal 1 buff, 75% chance. The skill number 3, skill effect was changed. You dispel 2 buff, and then you inflict 2 bleed. Very cool. And then 85% chance if you crit to decrease defense for 2 turns, and more damage the fewer the enemies are. And the skill cannot trigger counter attack. Yeah, that's so good. That is so good. That is what you want to see on a damage dealer. So Haste is going to be dropping some big numbers, and you got the fact that you remove buff and you have bleeds. It's beautiful. I can't wait to test him out. Choux, skill number 1, chop. The soul burn went from skill 2 to skill number 1. Grants an extra turn. Very cool for 20 souls. More defense penetration on the skill number 2. So also the skill number 3, if you have the skill 3 on cooldown, she will counterattack if an ally beside herself gets attacked. Very cool. Choux is definitely going to be used more often because of that. Alencia, the damage was decreased on the skill number 1, but the Noble Blood, now you start every turn with Mind's Eye, and Mind's Eye increase your effectiveness by 50%, cannot be dispelled. Instead of the 30% effectiveness, 30% effect resistance is now 50% effectiveness. Very cool, guys, very cool. And now the trample actually deals damage based on the target's maximum health. Her maximum health, and also inflict injury. And the skill number 3 has 50% combat chance increase. The EE, now the skill number 1 heals her. So I mean, Alencia as well will be used more often. Wanderer Silk, very cool. Now, instead of bleeding on the skill number 1, you have target debuff for 2 turns. No more speed scaling, but damage was increased. And also the skill number 2, man, dispel 1 buff and then trigger a dual attack with the ally with the highest attack, guys. This is crazy. No more speed scaling. The cooldown from 2 turn to 3 turn. Very powerful skill number 2. and she has speed imprint. This is actually huge. Especially for free-to-play players, guys. Now, the skill number 3 grants a barrier to the caster, scaling off of Wanderer's Silk level, and the speed scaling was removed, but the damage was increased. So that is nice. And ignore effect resistance on the skill number 3. It is, instead of unhealable debuff, you have decreased attack debuff. Wanderer's Silk, man, the triggering of dual attack is beautiful. Target debuff more damage toward that hero that you put the target debuff on. Cool. Evasion reduction as well. And here it is. Up to 14 speed at triple S. It's actually huge. So Wanderer's Silk, not only a speed imprint, but actually a hero that is usable and can be impactful. And she's got that speed, exclusive equipment. Beautiful. So this sleep chance on Montmorancy on the skill number 1 was increased from 35 to 50%. And the most beautiful thing here, Angelic Montmorancy, she dispels 2 debuff before healing and granting immunity. This is massive, guys. The biggest problem with Angelic Montmorancy, that's what it was. And now she takes 15% less damage because of a rune change. Angelic Montmorancy is going to be seeing more action in PvP. And that was her downfall. The skill number 3, man. Healing, putting immunity before removing debuff. And healing increase on Adventure Rast with the skill number 3. Some rune change here. You got the Wedge rune saying that immunity for 2 turns on himself and the ally with the highest attack. And if he is the one with the highest attack, it will not be applying the immunity on himself only. That's what it's saying, basically. And also, a hero in the back, single target attack, if they suffer 30% more of their maximum health, they'll get a barrier for 2 turns based on 40% of their maximum health. It can only trigger once per battle, and that's going to be pretty interesting. Very powerful versus cleave. High single target burst teams could save you and win you a game, basically. Time Matter, some free damage passively instead of having everything into, damage increase when you down someone. Very good. Snow Crystal, you got critical hit resistance 20%. I like that. The artifacts getting more passive attack increase when they're not actually activated. Eternus, if you have a slow team, it's going to help. You can activate once per turn. If you have a debuffed ally, at the end of the enemy's turn, you're going to get up to 14%, 16% CR push. So that's good when you have a slow team and the enemy is fast and debuffing your team. Drop rate up, Ravi and Sigurd's Side. Sigurd's Side and Ravi, they're good. Sigurd's Side is definitely solid, but 1 copy plus 15 is fine for free-to-play players. Not a limited hero, but Ravi is definitely, pretty solid. But you should save, limited heroes and stuff like that. Chloe, Wyvern, not as good as Sigrid, but still, Chloe, it's a PvE hero, deals a lot of damage in PvE, but you don't need her. Mystic Summon Rotation, we got Dark Corvus, Last Rider Crow, and top model Luluka. I mean, it's up to you if you want them. I showcase all these heroes. Dark Corvus, slow play, but great for Guild War offense. Last Rider Crow, not really in the meta. Too many ways to disrupt him. Top model Luluka, yeah, she's good for single target burst. She could be part of a cleave. There's different ways to use these heroes. Check my reviews, check my showcases, guys. I'll showcase these heroes getting buffed. Very excited about a lot of them. Very cool. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.